Charles Manson's connection to one of the most important musical bands in history left everyone in shock. The fact that the mastermind behind a series of murders that took place during the late 60s and early 70s had a connection to one of the most recognizable groups of the time stunned the world.
Now understand pain, not bad. Pain's not bad, it's good. It teaches you things. It teaches you things.
Known for being the leader of a group called the Manson family, the criminal was the mastermind behind a series of high-profile murders, becoming notorious across the United States and around the world for the death of actress Sharon Tate, Roman Polanski's wife.
Now, what'd you think about Sharon Tate and her unborn baby?
What did I think about it?
Yeah.
It's not my world. I don't live in that world.
Well, so you didn't care?
Care?
So, suppose
What
technically...
the hell does that mean, care?
Manson had no pity for his victims. And of course, his excuse was that he hadn't committed the crimes, but that it was all the work of his followers. The truth is, however, that his disturbed mind devised a macabre plan to achieve a terrible goal. This goal was born out of his connection to a historic music band, which was already known as one of the most important on the planet.
What was your feelings when I say, well, he was Helter Skelter?
Well, he's balmy. He's like any other Beatle kind of fan who reads mysticism into it.
Charles Manson picked up a crazy idea from the hit song the Beatles released in 1968. A race war was approaching at a rapid pace, one for which he had to be prepared and do his part, so that it would all happen the way he wanted it to. His obsession with the English band song was notorious, but it went even further because he found messages all over the White Album. It was the inspiration he needed to develop his idea. This is how the sadistic criminal devised a plan to accelerate this war, which included the murder of several people. He did all this with the intention of detonating this racial conflict, of which he and his family would be some of the few survivors. In his distorted head, Manson saw the Beatles as the initiators of what would be the end of time. And what did that mean for him and those closest to him? It was time to hide and survive. In all, Charles Manson was charged with 7 counts of murder, and it was while he was in prison that he became infamous. He went from being a criminal who was behind high-profile crimes to becoming a celebrity. Everyone knew who he was, because even though he was sentenced to death, he became a superstar that all the media wanted to interview.
Well, you guys are misinformed. I haven't killed anyone. I didn't break the law. The judge knew that, but the people didn't want to hear it. The judge knew it. He washed his hands. He said, I know it, but what can I do? People want this.
Charles Manson eventually died at the age of 83 in prison. While he was living out his early years behind bars, the death penalty ceased to exist in the state where he was incarcerated. This ended up drawing even more attention to his case and turned him into the horrific legend that he is today.